Hey there. I wanted to talk further about what's happening in the world since we have these extraordinary events that have so much impact on all of us. I find it fascinating that this COVID-19 is bringing us all together in ways we cannot imagine. To me, what's the greatest thing of all is opening our hearts, learning to be compassionate with ourselves, with the people around us, because that's really the glue that takes us forward. The recognition that when I can be compassionate, then I can stand in my truth, then I can be truly aligned to who I am. I can connect to the divine, to the earth. I can start this energy flowing through me that allows me to kind of stand in the truth of who I am. That allows me to separate from some of the stories and kind of small thinking of how is this possible, this is terrible, moving away from fear, right, into grace. When we have compassion for others, when we know we're here to be of service, then we move away from fear. Like when we're doing or focused on what else is possible, how does this situation change me or move me from being stagnant or rigid into a much bigger space. I did look at the numerology of COVID-19. I might have mentioned this before, and that the fact that it adds up to the number 13. And of course, 13, 1 plus 3 is 4, and we're in a 4 year, so all of this ties in. And 4 is the number that is of Earth. So it's all the energy of Earth, right? When you think about it, there is death, there is compost, there is renewal. So it's the 13 is the number of the Phoenix, this redemption, renewal energy, and 4 in its energy holds all of that potential. One of the things that I see is that because we've been so removed from the earth for so long, and when I say removed from the earth, I mean the practices of the earth, because in the past, many moons ago, people were very connected to the earth, so they lived their life in recognition of the earth. They had altars and the places that they went, and they gave to the earth in order to have a reciprocal relationship with the earth, that the earth would allow them to use the bounty of the earth. And we have not done that for a long time. We've been divorced from those practices, and much from the days of the more religious kind of connotation, where we have these I forget the name of the religions, but where we have a monoclastic, I think it is, monotheism, where it is a single god, like one male sitting in a chair somewhere, dictating everything. That removes us from the earth, because now we're not in the earth going, this earth is feeding us, and so therefore we must feed the earth. So we're just kind of going, oh, there's somebody up there that's telling us what to do. And not only can we not talk to that someone, we need an interpreter. So then typically we have some male telling us what this figure in the chair is telling us, and putting this idea that we are broken, we're sinners, that nothing we do is really worthwhile. And so we are helpless, right? We don't have any power, because it's this being up there that has all the power. Now, I'm not saying we're as powerful as the energy of source, nor are we as individuals as powerful as the energy of the earth. However, as individuals, we have power. And when we take responsibility, or we take on this idea, I'm a powerful being, then we are required to act in that way. We can't rush between being a victim, I'm helpless, I don't know what to do, to being empowered. That doesn't mean that we can't ask for help, right? Of course, we can ask for help, but we want to come from that place of being in reciprocation. I'm asking help because I really want to know how to do something. How can you help me? Or is there someone who can help me? What can I do? What can I give? This is the figure 8 energy that helps us to move beyond our limitations, beyond our feeling small or helpless, or I don't know what to do, beyond feeling out of control, like all this stuff's happening around me, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to take back my control. So most of us, when we talk about control, think about we're going to make things happen, or we're going to make people behave a certain way. So we tell them a story and we keep telling them a story, even when they say that's not true. We keep telling them, or we abuse them until they agree with us in some form, because we're trying to force everyone to creating the reality that we desire. Or we become one of those people in the play where we're being forced and manipulated by someone else, and we're hooked into a fear that only through this person or this thing will I be able to have life on earth. So it makes us fearful, and it also it makes us fearful on earth, and it also makes us fearful to die. What's going to happen? I'm a terrible person. So breaking away from that, and we think about the hard ground of earth, digging away. I said it was the 13, it's like digging away at the earth. We want to plant new things, but we also want to be able to sit in compost, which is something that most of us don't do. So just understanding that when you have been busy, just doing things without thinking, and you've just been on go, and now all of a sudden here you are, you're forced to stop. You're forced to stop in a place that you may not want to be in. It's uncomfortable. You don't know how to deal with all these people that are suddenly in your space, or no people in your space. Being alone, having to think about your thoughts, wanting to avoid. All of those things are perfectly natural, and you've got to recognize or give yourself space to be in fallow, right? Normally, we're supposed to go from winter to spring in fallowness. We don't have those cycles anymore. So, but to a certain extent, we do kind of follow it because we follow the light, right? Our bodies follow the light, our activities follow the light. But now we have light all the time, so we can't really tell. So now with all of this happening, we're being forced into fallowness, into quiet, into composting, and dealing with our feelings, our emotions, so that we can let them go. Like, of course, we can kind of just do what we've done, surf the net, stay in avoidance, eat whatever we want. But we have this time to really change if we choose. And I'm not saying we should be in change mode 24 hours, but as spring ramps up and the energy ramps up, we do need to light a fire within ourselves in order to figure out what it is we want to do. The 4, remember I talked about COVID being the 13, and that number being about transformation, change, death, change, and everything suddenly different, right? So it really is fast moving, unexpected. We have a lot of that energy about this virus. And 4 is also very grounding, right? Remember, again, it's about rooting ourselves in what is true, being loyal to our own needs as opposed to just serving others and getting mad. Like, what do we need in order that we can be our best selves? We need to be more creative. We need to be more innovative. We also need to be more disciplined about this idea of creating a structure that will help us to move forward. So it's just like when you're planting seeds in the garden, right? You got to do a lot of work to prepare the soil. You've got to, fertilize, dig, plant, and then you've got to make sure that everything's watered so they can grow. And then when things start growing, you put up these trellises so everything can you attach your beans to the trellis. So this is it. You've got a vision of what your garden is. You've got a vision of what you've planted and what you want. Is it flowers for scent for your house? Is it beans to eat or salad? What is it? What is it, the vision that you're hoping to harvest? And bringing that in instead of focusing on, I don't know what to do, this is crazy, right? It's like, okay, well, given the fact that everything's different, and that this door is now just opened so wide I can do whatever I want, what would that look like? And you want to nurture that, right? Just like you would nurture those seedlings. You'd give it plant food, you'd water it, you'd talk to it, do all these things to make sure that their life is blossoming and beautiful. And that's really what you need to do to this vision. And if your vision is to be in happiness with your family, right? That's a huge vision. Just being happy with your family. If we had more families happy with their families, just enjoy it, with being in truth with each other, being able to love each other, and really enjoy time together, and accept each other for who they are, right? Then what amazing energy would come off that vibration and contribute to the world. So it's not like you have to think, oh, I got to get out there and be this great leader, and I don't want to do that. It's like, what is it that's so sacred to you that you're willing to build a foundation and do the hard work to bring this energy and this vision to life? And that's what this virus is calling us to do, and that is what this time is calling us to do. Remembering there are no accidents. The universe knows exactly what's happening. We're moving in a very destined time, which means these things were set in motion probably before any of us were born, and we are here to activate. So we wanted to be here to help activate this, and this is a gift, an honor, a sacred honor that we have to honor. Honor is a big word for this year, for 4, the number 4, honoring, having faith, having the strength to do what is necessary, and grieving. Grieving is the composting energy. It's totally fine to grieve. However, we have other things we need to do too, right? So we have to let ourselves do all of those things. Be in a space where everything can be revitalized in a way that speaks to us, speaks to our soul, speaks to our community. What can we do knowing that none of us know when it's our last day on earth? How will we earth and birth the things we value and care about in the time we have with the resources we've been given? So hopefully I've given you some thoughts to think about. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment, let me know. I love likes and subscribes. I appreciate them all, and I appreciate you, and I know that this is a difficult time right now. You know that the universe is loving you. People like me are sending love out to you. I have faith in you. I have faith in the universe. I know that those of us that will be here will do wonderful things, and that we have the strength, the courage, and the love to do it. And if you're interested in talking to me, having a reading, I do Akashic readings, healings. I teach people how to read the records. I am available at jenduchene.com. You can email me at jen@jenduchene.com. Look forward to talking to you soon.